Okay, good morning everybody, my dear students. So today class discussing about the metal cutting and forming process. So before going to that metal cutting and forming process, what is manufacturing process? First we have to study about the what is manufacturing process. First question. So manufacturing process means the raw material is converted into useful product. It is called as manufacturing process. Whether it is raw material means whether it is ferrous metal or non-ferrous metal, so whatever it may be, any raw material is converted into useful product or component, it is called as manufacturing process. So I think you have studied third sem metal cutting, metal casting and welding process you have studied. So in this semester you have to study about the metal cutting and forming process. So the manufacturing process mainly classified into four groups. One is a metal casting process, and second one is a welding process. Third one is a metal cutting process or machining process, and fourth one is a metal forming process. So last semester I think you have studied metal casting and welding. Different types of welding process you have studied. But in this semester, you have to concentrate about the metal cutting and metal forming. What is metal cutting? So the main thing is manufacturing process. The raw material is converted into the useful product or component. It is called as manufacturing process. It is clear. But here the raw material is converted into with the help of machines, different types of machines, and will get the required shape and size and component. We will get the component. With the help of machine we have to study. So there are 5 models given as per VTU. So the first 3 models you have to study about the only machines, different types of machines used in the industries or factory. And model number 4 and 5 we have to concentrate on the metal forming process next. So metal cutting process means, so raw material is converted into useful product with the help of machines, different types of machines. So as per your syllabus, the given important 8 type of machines. First one is a lathe machine. Second one is a drilling, milling, planer machine, shaper machine, and boring machine, and slotting machine, and drilling machine, and grinding wheel. Different important 8 types of machines you have to study to cut the material as per drawing or as per your requirement will get the component or product. So the main thing you have to study, suppose example you can take a lathe machine, we have to study as per your syllabus. Only you have to concentrate what are the different, what is lathe machine, what are the different types of lathe machines used in industry or factory, and that means classification of lathe, and working principle of lathe, how it is works, how it is working principle of lathe, and different parts of the lathe, working principle and different parts and individual parts function you have to concentrate. And next one is a what are the process or what are the operations carried out on the lathe machine, what are the process. Example you can take a turning operation, pacing operation, knurling operation, thread cutting operation, taper turning operation, boring operation, drilling operation. So different operations performed on the workpiece with the help of the lathe. Same thing as other machines. Next one is a last one is a specification of lathe, and last point is a simple calculation and machining parameters. Machining parameters means you have to give the depth of cut, feed and speed. Depth of cut, speed and feed, machining and metal removal rate. These are the simple calculation, machining time. So this is a study about the all 8 type of machines. Okay, so detailed study one by one you have to consider in that. Machine tool means you have to study about the machines, machine tool operations. Machine tool means different types of machines used in the industries or factory, and what are the operation, how it is works, and what are the process carried out on that machine. We have to concentrate on that important in machine tool subject. And metal second is model number 3 and 4. Model number 3 and 4 we have to concentrate about the metal forming. So metal forming means without extracting the material from the workpiece you can change the shape and size. It is called as metal forming. Without extracting the material, without removing the material in the given workpiece, you can change the shape and size as per your requirement. It is called as a metal forming process. So metal forming process example you can take bending, rolling, extrusion, wire drying, tube drying, deep drying, sheet metal, searing pores. So these are the different types of process. Suppose example forging also. Different type process carried out. Without extracting the material, we will get the required shape and size of the material. It is called as metal forming process. So this is the study about the model number 3 and 4. 4 and 5. Only the first three models we have to concentrate about the different types of machines. In model number 4 and 5 we have to concentrate on the metal type of metal forming process. Already we have studied in third sem. So this is a metal casting 3 units and 2 units for metal welding process. So these four groups, it is a manufacturing process, casting process or other it is machining process or forming process and welding process. So these are the four standard groups classification of the manufacturing process. The concept is so manufacturing process. Next detailed study by what is machine tool. So the machine tool is a non-portable power operated machine. A machine tool is non-portable means it is not moving from one point to the one point. It is a stationary, it is a stagnant. Machine tool is a non-portable. It is a fixed one place. And it is also operated with the help of external source of energy. It is a power operated. Machine tool is a non-portable power operated machine. Second important point, the system of device in which the energy is expended. The system of device in which the energy is expended. And third point, to produce a job of a desired size, shape and surface finish. The main concept is to produce the as per requirement to size and shape and surface finish produced. And removing the excess material from the workpiece, removing the excess material from the workpiece in the form of chip. Performed blank in the form of chip. Performed blank means it is a blank means it is a workpiece. Performed blank in the form of chip with the help of cutting tool and moved past the work surfaces. So this is about the machine tools. There is 7 important points. Very important. The first one is the machine tools is non-portable, power operated. System devices whose energy is expended to produce the job size and shape of the surface finish, removing the excess material from the workpiece and perform the blank in the form of chip with the help of cutting tool and moved past the work surface. And next one is the basic functions of the machine tools. The basic functions of the machine tools, the physically functions of the machine tools in machining operation. The first thing is firmly holding the blank and the tool. Rigidly. Firmly means it is a rigidly hold the tool and workpiece. It is very important. Firmly holding the blank and the tool. The tool firmly means it is a rigidly holding the workpiece and the tool. Properly you can hold that. Second one is to transmit the motion to the tool and the workpiece or blank. Third one is provide power to the tool, work pair of the machining action. So provide the power of the tool, work pair of the machining action. And last point, control the machining parameters. Machining parameters means that is the speed, feed and depth of cut. So this is very important. It is a machining parameters of the at the time of operation, feed, speed and depth of cut. So these are the basic functions of the machine tool. Next you can go for this is a classification of machine tools or different types of lathe machines used in the industries or factory. So first classified according to the direction of the major axis. So again you can sub classify into 3 groups. So horizontal, vertical and inclined. So horizontal example, you can take lathe machine and milling machine, boring machine, different types of machines in the horizontal. And vertical also same lathe and milling and this one. Inclined means it is a special type. So it is example for transfer machine. This is the first point. Second point is important is according to the purpose of use. So you can again classify it into three categories. So first one is a general purpose, single purpose, and special purpose. So single general purpose means almost all in workshops and industries and factories. General purpose is used for the center lathe. Under name it is called as a engine lathe. It is the most popular. And milling machine, drilling machine, planing machine, shaper machine. General purpose you can use that, etc. And single purpose means you can example placing lathe and roll turning lathe is the example for single purpose only. And special purpose you can use for the mass production. So this is the and third important is according to the degree of automation. So it is the first one is a non-automatic, semi-automatic, and automatic. So non-automatic means example you can take central lathe, drilling machine, milling machine, shaper, planer. Uh. So non-automatic means it is a manually operated machine, completely 100% it is manually operated. It is called as non-automatic machine. Semi-automatic means it is a 50% of manual and 50% of automatic. And automatic means it is 100% it is a automatically you can operate the machine. There are three categories: non-automatic, semi-automatic, and automatic. So a non-automatic means it is a manually operated. Example, you can take central lathe or engine lathe or drilling machine, planer, shaper, slaughter. So general and this is it is a non-automatic. It is completely manually handled the machine. Semi-automatic example, you can take a capstan lathe, turret lathe, hobbing machine. This is a semi 50-50. 50% manually operated and 50% automatically operated the machine. And 100% means automatic means it is a spindle automatic lathe, single spindle, and Swiss type automatic lathe, and CNC milling machine. CNC milling machine or CNC lathe machine, CNC drilling machine. CNC means it is a computerized numerically controlled machine. So computerized numerically controlled machine with 100% automatic. So first you can write the program with the help of G code and M code. Then you can enter to the enter to the computer. Then you can start the machine automatically. You can work that all the operations. The main thing is you have to write the program. That is a very important. So this is a automatic lathe. And next one is according to the size, heavy size and medium size and small duty and micro duty. So heavy duty means example heavy duty lathe. You can use that heavy duty boring mill, heavy duty planing machine and horizontal boring machine, different types available in the market. It is a heavy duty. And medium duty lathe is also available in the market, medium duty. And drilling machine is available and milling machine is available. And small duty means it is a table top lathe. Drilling machine table top, milling machine is available. And micro duty example micro drilling machines are available in the market. Machine tools. So machine tools are this one introductions of metal cutting. So these are the 8 important machines. Now it is almost all used in the industries. 8 important machines. The first one is a lathe machine. Second one is a drilling machine. Third one is a milling machine and boring machine, broaching machine, shaping machine, planing and grinding. So detailed study about the individual type of machines, working principle as well as process. That is very important. So detailed study one by one. So first you can consider the lathe machine. Lathe. So you can see this figure clearly. Understand. This is the lathe machine. The purpose of lathe is to rotate a part against the tool whose position its control. It is useful for fabricating parts and features that have circular cross section. The main concept of the lathe machine is a mother of all machines. Mother of all machines. So in this using with the help of this machine to almost all you can use it in a circular job. So types of lathe, different types of lathes available in the market. So first one is a spindle lathe. Again, sub classified into 4 groups: woodworking and spinning and centering and falsing. Center or engine lathe, belt drive or individual motor drive or gear hand lathe. So almost all in nowadays, almost with the center or engine lathe you can use that. And bench lathe is a small, and tool room lathe, capstan and turret lathe, and special purpose lathe you can use that. Field lathe and gap bed lathe and duplicating lathe and T lathe. And seventh point, automatic lathe, and last one is CNC lathe. So these are the different types of lathes available in the market. So depending on that work, you can select that. You can use that different types of. So next you can go for. So you can see that is a lathe, engine lathe. It is a. You can see this figure clearly. Understand. So this one is a engine. So this is a computer CNC, computer numerical lathe, computer numerical control. So before that, according to the drawing, you have to write the codes here. M code and G code, you can use that. You can program, you can write here. Once you can write the program here, then you can put the automatically you can put the job, and then you can start the work. We'll get the final product. So this is a completely, it is manually work, means it is only you have to write the program as per your requirement, as per your drawing. You have to write the programs using the D code and M code. You can write the programs here. Once you can write the correct the program, you can enter in this keyboard. Then you can start the machine. The complete work we can get the size and shape of the component. Suppose you can take this is a normal engine lathe or center lathe, construction features of lathe. It is very important. Nowadays almost all used in the workshops and industries. So the construction features of lathe. So you can see important parts. So there are two legs, left and right. So this is a two beds. It is mounted on the ground. So next one is a tray is there. Second important point. Second one important is a tray. So this is a hand wheel. Hand wheel. This one is a hand wheel, and there are two rods. One is a lead screw, and the one is a feed rod. Lead screw and feed rod. And next one is a bed of the lathe. This one is a bed of the lathe. Complete. This is a bed of the lathe machine. Okay. So this complete assembly it is called as a carriage assembly. Carriage, complete whole unit it is called as carriage. So in that carriage, so the cross slide is there, tool post is there, compound rest. So these are the important parts of the mounted on the carriage. So next one is a tailstock. This tailstock is moving to and fro motion on the lathe bed. So with the help of guideways is provided on the lathe bed. So the tailstock is moving to and fro motion on the lathe bed. The main function of the tailstock is to support the one end of the workpiece. Suppose this is a workpiece, circular workpiece. One end will be held in a chuck. So this is a chuck. 3-jar chuck and 4-jar chuck. There are two types of chucks used in the lathe machine. Suppose 3-jar chuck, we can one end of the workpiece hold in a chuck. Other end will be supported with the help of this tailstock. Tailstock is moving to and fro motion and desired position, and lock it here and close it. So this is the main function of the tailstock. This one is a headstock. Headstock is a spindle is there. In the spindle, on that spindle, the mounted on the chuck. So to hold this one workpiece. So the motor will be there. Depending on the capacity of the lathe machine, on that basis you have to select the 2 HP or 3 HP or 5 HP motor, depending on the capacity of the lathe specification of lathe. So then power will transmit from motor to the headstock through the belt. Once the spindle is rotating, then chuck is also rotating, because this chuck is mounted on the spindle. So once we can rotate the workpiece, then this carriage assembly moving with the help of a hand wheel. This is a hand wheel. Carriage movement taking place. Suppose this hand wheel is rotating in the clockwise direction, the carriage is moving in the forward direction with the help of guideways. Suppose this hand wheel is rotating in anti-clockwise direction, the carriage is moving at backward direction. This complete unit, whole unit. And then cross slide is there. So here compound rest and cross slide and tool post. So tool is moving with the help of this one cross slide. So these are the important. Tray is provided at the bottom of the bed. The main concept of the tray is to collect the chip. The metal, once the metal is cutting with the help of HSS tool, the metal is cutting in the form of chip. The chip falls down in the tray. After that, you can collect and you will get the It is considered as scrap. It is a trail provided at the bottom of the bed. And lead screw feed rod is the main function of the feed rod is to movement of the carriage, moving forward and backward with the help of this feed rod. And lead screw is there. The main function of the lead screw is at the time of thread cutting to engage the lead screw to cut the thread. Simple calculation is there. So these are the important parts of lathe machine. First one is a leg and tray. There are two rods. One is a feed rod, another is a screw rod. The feed rod and lead screw. And this is a hand wheel. This is one is a tray, headstock. This one is spindle, chuck, and carriage, and cross slide, and tool post, and compound rest, and tailstock, and lead screw and feed rod. So these are the important parts of lathe machines. Important parts of the lathe machine. So you can see, you can complete in a detailed study about that. Leg. This is a hand wheel. Cross slide. This one. It is also a hand wheel. Movement of this tool. And this one is a switch, electric switch. Leg, tray, feed box, and feed rod, lead screw, and bed. This one is a lathe bed. Tailstock moving to and fro motion on the lathe bed. So with the help of guideways is provided, just like a railway track. So carriage also is moving with the help of guideways. And this one is a headstock. This one is a spindle, chuck, and live center job is holding here. And this one is a tool post and compound rest and tailstock. Tailstock in that important parts is, you can see that it is called as a sleeve, and it is called as a dead center. It is a moving forward and backward with the help of this hand wheel, and a sleeve clip is there, and hand wheel. This one is a bed. Okay, so the complete detailed parts of the lathe machine or important parts of the lathe machine detailed. So next you can go for the construction features of a lathe. Headstock means it holds the blank. Blank means it is a workpiece. It holds the blank, and through that power and rotations are transmitted to the job at different speed. This is the main concept of their main function. Tailstock is, I already explained, support the longer blanks or workpiece and often accommodates tools like a drill and reamers, etc. hole making purpose. And carriage, there are three important, accommodates the tool holder, which turn the holds the moving tools. Cross slide is there, compound rest, and tool post. These are three important parts. So headstock is fixed and the tailstock is clamped on it bed. Headstock is fixed, there is no movement, and tailstock is clamped on it. Tailstock has a provision to slide on the facilitate operation at the different location, moving forward and backward at the different position. You can easy to move. Carriage travels on the lathe bed. And lead screw and feed rod is there. And specification of lathe. What is the specification of lathe? Distance between the centers. First important. Distance between the centers means this is a live center, this is a dead center. The how much distance, maximum distance, that is a main important first aspect. Distance between the two centers. The first is a live center, another one is a dead center. And total second important specification, swing diameter over the bed. How much diameter it is possible to do that work? Swing diameter over the bed. It is a second important point. Third one is swing over the cross slide or carriage. Swing over the cross slide or carriage. Next one is height of center. Height of center. And next one is a length of the bed. From this point to this point, it is called as length of the bed. Length of bed. And next one is a range of spindle speed. Range of spindle speed. Range of spindle speed. This one. So these are the important specification of lathe machine. You can go for construct this one second important, capstan and turret lathe. Capstan or turret lathe is production lathe. Okay, it is a production lathe used to manufacture any number of identical pieces in the minimum time. That is very important. Use the number of identical pieces in the minimum time. Capstan and turret lathe consist of bed, geared headstock, 4-station tool post. But the last engine lathe you have studied single station tool post. But here tool post is mounted in a 4 different types of tools mounted on the tool post. But in engine lathe or this one center lathe, only one tool will be located, and one rear tool post, hexagonal turret mounted on the saddle. Hexagonal turret mounted on the saddle. That's why it is called as a capstan turret lathe. This is a major difference between engine lathe and capstan turret lathe. Saddle type turret lathe. Next one, saddle type turret lathe. So same, almost all, slightly difference here. Remaining or everything is same. Turret lathe. So this is a hexagonal turret rotation, hexagonal turret, bed guideways, same. A lever is there, headstock, spindle, and check. So this one is a crossfire, this one is a hand wheel, feed rod, and side hung carriage of or spindle. So you can see saddle type turret lathe in 3D dimensions. This is a 3-dimensional. All parts, see that. Turret lathe, this one. Capstan lathe, you can see. So cross slide and square turret here, and spindle, capstan head and hexagonal turret. Next auxiliary side of or ram, and bed guideways, tray, feed rod, and reach over the carriage. This one is a capstan. So you can see the 3D dimension for capstan lathe. So this is one different another type of capstan lathe. So difference between turret and center lathe. So it is a manually operated lathe. Center lathe, or the other name it is called as engine lathe. It is manually operated. Turret lathe, it is a semi-automatic, not complete automatic. Complete automatic lathe means CNC. Semi-automatic lathe, turret lathe is a semi-automatic, so it is completely based on manually in the engine lathe. First major difference. It has only one tool post. Tool changing time is more. Only one tool post. Another tool is required. You can take the time. It will take the time and change the tool. But in turret lathe, front and rear tools posts are available. Tool changing time is less. There is no, once you can put the, at a time you can put the 5 tools or 4 tools. Then there is no time required to changing of the tool. But in the engine lathe, time is required to changing of the tool. Only one tool post is there. But here in tool post there are 4 tools, so you can set at a time you can set up 4 tools. Next, third one is it has tailstock. It has turret head instead of tailstock. There is no tailstock in the capstan lathe, turret lathe. It has a turret head. So, but here tailstock is there. The main function of the tailstock is to support the other end of the workpiece. But in this case, there is no tailstock, but turret head is inserted of the tailstock. Next difference is only one tool can be fitted in the tailstock, but 6 different tools can be fitted in the turret head. That is very important. Engine lathe, only one can be fitted in the tailstock. Only one tool. It is possible. But in turret lathe, 6 different tools can be fitted in the turret head. It is a major difference between technical difference. And next difference is number of speed is less, number of speed is more, and tool changing time is more, tool timing is changing is less. The machine should be support for changing the tool. Tool can be changed without stopping the machine. It is not suitable for mass production, it is suitable for mass production. So these are the different difference between center lathe or engine lathe to the turret lathe. So next you can go for the second one, totally 8 type. That's all. Next you can go for the drilling machine and classification of what is drilling machine, and classification of drilling machine, and working principle of drilling machine, and specification of drilling machine. That's all. All you can study about the 8 important types of machines, and process you can study, and calculation of time, and material removal rate, and parameters considering the individual type of machines, lathe, drilling, milling, boring, different types of machines. So second important type of machine, so you can go for the second one, drilling machine. Drilling is the operation to producing the circular hole on the in the workpiece. The main concept of the drilling machine to make a hole on the given workpiece. Using rotating cutter, it is called as a drill. So drill bit is a drill tool, or drill is a multi-point cutting tool. So in a lathe machine you can use the single point cutting tool. What is single point and what is multi-point? That is the question. So single point cutting tool means the cutting edge of the tool contact on the workpiece to cut the material. It is called as a single point. Clear? Single point means the cutting edge of the tool contact on the workpiece only one point to extract the material from the workpiece. It is called as single point cutting tool. Example, you can take a lathe machine HSS tool, high speed steel tool, you can use that. It is a single point cutting tool. So multi point cutting tool means the cutting edge will be contact on the workpiece more than one point to cut the material or to extract the material from the workpiece. It is called as multi point cutting tool. Example, you can take a drill bit or drill tool. Suppose example, you can take a hacksaw blade or milling cutter, grinding wheel. It is a more than one point contact on the workpiece to extract or to remove the material from the workpiece. It is called as multi-point cutting tool. First you can clearly understand. Drill bit, it is a multi-point cutting tool. Cutting edge will be cylinder, this one drill bit surrounding. So flute is provided, flutes provided. Each flute it is called as a cutting edge. So it is a more than one. That's why it is called as a multi-point cutting tool, drill bit. Drill bit is a multi-point cutting tool. Drilling is the operation to produce the circular hole on the given workpiece, or rotating with using the rotating cutter, or it is called as drill bit or drill tool or drill. Second one is the workpiece is held stationary, that is clamped in the position, and the drill rotates to make a hole. And third point, the machine used for drilling is called drilling machine. The drilling operation can also be accomplished in the lathe, in which the drill is held in the tailstock and the work is held by the chuck. The most common drill used in the twist. Next you can go for the second point. So classification or different types of drilling machines used in the industries. The first one is a portable drilling machine, sensitive drilling machine. So sensitive drilling machine, there are two important classified. One is a bench, and another is a bench mounting and floor mounting. And third one is a upright drilling machine, round column and box column section. And the next one is a radial drilling machine, plain, universal and semi-universal. And gang drilling machine, and multiple spindle drilling machine, automatic drilling machine, deep hole drilling machine. So again classified into two groups, vertical and horizontal. So in the examination point of view, you can concentrate about the many industries or many applications you can use those, used in the most probably 99%, 95% used in the radial drilling machine and upright drilling machine. Sensitive drilling machine. Sensitive drilling machine and radial drilling machine. These two detailed study one by one. First one you can go for the sensitive and radial drilling machine second. Okay. So the first you can go for the portable drilling machine. What is portable? The moving from one to easy to carry from one point to the other point. So it is a portable drilling machine. It is moving from one point to the other point. Easy to move. It is lightweight. It is moving from one point to the other point or required point. It is called as portable. Portable drilling machine you can use to make a hole on the wall. So this one is a second one is a sensitive drilling machine. Sensitive drilling machine, it is a very small job we can do that. So this is a work table, vertical column, base. This is a work table. So work table, on that work table we have to put a job, and very precision and a small job you can make a hole on that workpiece. Same thing as this one, sensitive in the bench mounting and floor mounting. So this is a radial drilling machine. So radial drilling machine, you can see that. So it is rotated in 360 degree. The moving and upward of this one, radial arm. This one is radial arm. So this is a work table. This one is a head. So it is rotating, this moving up and down with the help of this screw, elevating screw. So under different types of machines, it is a, so this one is a gang drilling machine. More than one gang drilling at a time. You can operate on all 4 types of drilling machines. 1, 2, 3, 4 gang drilling machine or multiple drilling machine. So this is a next one. This one is a gang and deep hole drilling machine. So you can. So first one you can study about the detail bench drilling machine. So the bench drilling machine, important points, parts of the bench drilling line diagram. So you can see that. So here the first important part is base. Second one is a vertical column. This one is a work table moving and up and down with the help of the table clamp. Any position you can select that required position, then you can lock it. This is moving up and down. This is a work table. This one is a drill bit or drill cutter, drill bit or drill tool, spindle, and this one is a spindle head. Complete unit, it is called as a spindle head. So spindle drill feed handle. The moving the drill feed handle in clockwise direction, drill bit is moving downwards. Suppose this moving in drill feed handle anti-clockwise direction, drill bit is moving upward direction. So next one is a stepped cone pulley. You can use that in top of this spindle head, and another one is a motor is fitted here. This motor is, once the motor start, the power transmit from motor to the stepped cone pulley with the help of belt. This one you can see the belt. The power transmit from motor to the drill bit spindle head or stepped cone pulley through the belt. Once the power supplied from motor to the stepped cone pulley is to the spindle. It is rotating. It is spindle is rotating. So in that spindle, drill bit is mounted. Once so the job is put here and to make a hole on the workpiece. Simple line diagram. It is not a complicated. So this is the main important point. So base, vertical column, work table, drill head, and stepped cone pulley, belt, and motor. So this is a drill feed handle. So we can see 3D dimensions for the sensitive or this one bench drilling machine. So same thing as a 3D. Next one is a radial drilling machine. Next. So radial drilling machine, important parts. What is the difference between radial and sensitive drilling machine? You can see that. So here this is a work base, and base work table is mounted on the base, but this one work table is mounted on the vertical column, but it is a stationary, it is a fixed work table, it is a fixed on the base. This is a major difference. Second one is there are 2 motors. Second difference, one is a spindle motor, another one is a elevating motor. What is the elevating motor? Once the elevating motor starts, this radial arm moving up and down with the help of this elevating arm, elevating screw. The moving upward and downward direction, then motor is on, then moving upward and downward with the help of this one and lock it. Okay, this one, that's all. Once you can fix that position, then this motor work is complete. Then second motor, that is a spindle motor. The spindle motor is on, rotating of the drill. So radial arm is rotating at 360 degree. This is a major difference. Second difference is there are 2 motors in single motor in case of first one. In case of there are 2 motors, same thing. Guideways is there. So in that guideways, the drill head is moving forward and backward in this direction horizontally. So this is a radial arm, and guideways provided on the radial arm. So with the help of this guideways, the radial head is moving forward and backward or horizontally movement taking place in that radial arm. And sleeve, spindle, chuck, and drill. So this is a drill feed handle. This is rotating clockwise, moving downwards, rotating anti-clockwise, moving upwards. So this is about the radial drilling machine. Last one is sensitive drilling machine. So this one is a radial drilling. The difference between radial and sensitive drilling machine is, so first one is a work table is mounted on the base, but in this one sensitive drilling work table is mounted on the vertical column. First one. Second one is there are only 1 motor used in the sensitive drilling machine. But here there are two motors used in the radial drilling machine. The first motor is the elevating screw operating motor, and second is a spindle rotating motor. And third difference is medium and very small component you can do the sensitive drilling machine, sensitive. But here bigger size it is possible to do the work in this machine. Bigger size and heavy jobs you can do that work. So these are the major difference between. And my next one is the radial arm is rotating in 360 degree, but it is not possible. Head is drill head is not rotating in that sensitive drilling machine. Okay, and arm is there. The moving forward and backward and required position you can change the position in the horizontally. And this radial arm is moving up and down in the direction with help of this elevating screw. So these are the important difference between the radial and sensitive drilling machine. Next you can go for 3D view in the this one radial drilling machine 3D figure. We can see that same. You can see what I. You can go for the radial drilling machine in 3D. And last point is the specification of drilling machine. Important point. Suppose you can go for the market to purchase the drilling machine. You can customer you can go for marketing, and you can purchase the drilling machine. The shop owner you can ask what type of drilling machine you want. First you can tell the type and what are the specifications required for that machine. So specification first one you can important point is so maximum drilling size, diameter that can be used. How much drill is possible to use that machine, that is a very important. So maximum drill size. Second one, size and taper of the hole in the spindle, that is important. Range of the spindle speed, spindles how much are in revolution per minute, range of the feed and power of the main drive, and range of the axis travel of the spindle, and floor space occupied, how much area is required to install the machine. So these are the important specification of the drilling machine.